Hi friends, welcome back to chemistry classes. Today we are going to discuss about atomic models proposed by different scientists. As we already learned in the last video about the atomic subatomic particles. Now, by composing these subatomic particles, most of the scientists proposed their models. Now, first model was JJ Thomson's atomic model. It is also called as plum pudding model or apple pie model. As during cathode ray experiment, a negatively charged particle was discovered by JJ Thomson. This experiment took place in 1897. The cathode ray tube is vacuum tube. The negative particle was an electron. By this reference, JJ Thomson discovered a model where the total atom was positively charged matter and middle parts or some parts like electrons were inside the positively charged mass, or electrons are beneath, or these were merged inside this positively charged mass, as it was electrically neutral. The whole atom was electrically neutral by positive charge and negative charge. There were many drawbacks or many disadvantages or many things that he could not explain. First one is, he could not explain the stability of atom because his atom failed to explain how positive charge holds negative charged electrons in an atom. Therefore, this theory failed to account the position of nucleus in an atom. As nucleus was also already founded by Rutherford, so it was tough, or he could not explain the stability of an atom where electrons were inside the positively charged mass. It is very impossible to say that this is totally a positively charged mass and there were some electrons inside this. So his atomic model was failed, and he was failed to explain the alpha scattering experiment which was conducted by the Rutherford, and there are no experimental evidence in its supports. It was just theoretical evidence. Although he was not having accurate model, but it given a base to develop other atomic models. Now next, Rutherford came up with his model which is known as Rutherford atomic model. It is also same as solar system model. According to alpha scattering particle experiment, he given his model where it contains center positively charged mass and electrons revolve around it like planets revolve around the sun. He given a model where nucleus has protons and neutrons and electrons revolve around the nucleus as planets revolve around the sun. So this is also told to be a solar system model of Rutherford. This solar system model as Rutherford's atomic model. Next, drawbacks of Rutherford atomic model. Rutherford proposed that the electrons revolve around nucleus in fixed path called orbits. He given that these electrons revolve around fixed path. According to Maxwell, accelerated charged particles emit electromagnetic radiations, hence electrons revolving around nucleus should emit electromagnetic radiation. This radiation would carry energy from motion of electron would come at the cost of shrinking of orbits. Ultimately, electrons would collapse in the nucleus, so Rutherford was not accordance with Maxwell theory. As before, Maxwell, a great scientist, founded this theory where a continuously motion particle gains some electrons or loses its energy and goes inside. When you start to turn around in a circle, when you start like this, until after some time you will be reached at the middle of this circle. Now, this Rutherford could not explain why these would not collapse and why these would not turn and collapse into this nucleus. If it was this position, it would take less than 10 to the power of minus 8 seconds to collapse an atom. But we know that atom is stable. And one of the drawback of Rutherford model was that he did not say anything about arrangement of electrons. As he told like electrons revolve around the atom, but he didn't told that electrons, how the electrons are arranged in his model. And although early atomic models were inaccurate and failed to explain the experimental results, they formed a base for future development of quantum mechanics. By Rutherford atomic model, they made this as a base for quantum mechanics and they used it. Next, Bohr's atomic model. Niels Bohr proposed an atomic structure model describing an atom as small positively charged nucleus surrounded by electrons that travel in circular orbits around positively charged nucleus like planets around the sun, with attraction provided by electrostatic forces popularly known as Bohr's atomic model. This Bohr atomic model is just improved version of Rutherford atomic model. Here the main drawback of Rutherford was he could not explain the how electrons were arranged and how the stability, how atom is stable. This fellow can explain this, how the electrons are arranged and how they are stable in their orbits. He told that every orbit has certain energy. The lowest energy level is very near to the nucleus, and as we go far to the nucleus, the energy will be increases. By this, he explained that electrons have certain energy. As they gain electron, they go. If this will be nucleus and these are orbits, if it turns and gains electron, it goes here, but it can't revolve around the nucleus in this orbit itself, because this orbit has certain energy that which it don't have. So it returns back again. It goes, when it gains energy, it goes, and when it loses energy, it comes back. And this arrangement of electrons in the atom was given by Bohr-Bury Scheme. These two scientists initiate in finding the arrangement of electron. This arrangement of electron is determined by formula 2n square. This 2n square means if this is the nucleus and here they start to arrange the electrons. Here this n is number of orbit. If we want to take first orbit, how much electrons do fit in the first orbit? Here orbit is 1, so 2n square. 2 into 1 square is 1 and 2. Here in the first orbit there will be 2 electrons. If we see like that only, in the second orbit there will be 8 electrons, like this. This formula has given arrangement of electron. He named these shells or these orbits as K, L, M, N, or first, second, third, fourth. Thank you. Please like this video, share and subscribe to our channel. That's Study to IIT. Have a great day.